Minister Fraser, unsurprisingly, back to ask about two-way all-day go between Kitchener and Toronto. I want to start by saying thank you. I appreciate the time you've been making and your team as well to have conversations about calling for accountability from the province. In this case, funds have already been committed from the federal government. I was 40% of the project funds, as you know, have been committed already. It's a project that was committed over a decade ago, and we still just don't even have a timeline from the province. And so I appreciate in my last conversation with folks on your team, they committed that in your next meeting with your provincial counterpart, that this would be on the agenda with them. Can you just confirm that that is the case, that is on the agenda for that next meeting? And if possible, if you've got a date for that meeting, would love to hear about it. If that's not something you have top of mind, that's okay too, but would love to know when that meeting is and whether two-way all-day go between Kitchener to Toronto is on the agenda.
Thank you. The next meeting that's currently scheduled will be between June 26th and 28th, though it's possible there could be an additional meeting sooner than that. Because the agenda isn't formally set, it wouldn't be fully honest to say it's actively on it, but I'll commit to you here to make sure that it gets on, although it just may not technically be done from a formal point of view.
Ms. Gillis, just continuing on my quest with respect to getting more information on two-way all-day go train service between Kitchener and Toronto. I've really appreciated time with folks on your team and information they've provided over the last number of months. I understand there is an oversight committee whose responsibility it is between the federal government and the provincial government to ensure collaboration. As you know, I'm looking for more accountability from the federal government on the funds that have been allocated already to get this project built. We don't have a timeline yet. Can you at least share more about how often this group meets, the substance of those conversations, and how it's working towards completion of the project?
Certainly. Thank you very much, Chair, for the question. So overall, regarding our programs, we have oversight committees at senior levels of government that generally would, at Assistant Deputy Minister level, that meet to go over kind of the array of projects that we have with provinces and territories. For the project that you're specifically referencing, we have another committee that's more of a working level at a senior director level that meets with Metrolinx and the province on a quarterly basis to kind of follow up on the progress. It is a large, complex project that's being done in phases. And so they've recently met, and they'll be meeting again in 2 weeks to continue to follow up, to see the level of progress and make sure that there's appropriate oversight for the contribution agreement that we have with them.
And as part of those conversations of that working group committee at the director level, is part of that conversation with respect to accountability from the province when it comes to ensuring that those funds get spent in a way that has the project. As you know, we don't have a timeline from the province. The federal commitment was back in 2017, and so is that part of the conversation from officials to ensure that as funds are being dispersed, that commitments are getting made for ensuring the project will be completed?
Thank you again, Chair, for the question. There's oversight and accountabilities for all parties. There's Metrolinx, the Ministry of Transportation Ontario, and ourselves who are there for the discussions on the progress being made.
Could I ask just to be tabled the schedule for those meetings in 2024?
I will follow up to get you whatever we have on the schedule, yes.